What's up, everyone? Welcome to People That Pants. Tonight, we are going to laugh at Pam Bondi's pain, among other things.
We learn ancient wisdom tonight.
Yes, the ancient wisdom of if you defend pedophiles, that is not going to buy you very much loyalty.
Well, let us begin with a quote that some say was said by Confucius. The Tao is over 5,000.
That is true. The Dow is indeed over 5,000. Actually, I don't even know if it is, but it was on the day she was screaming like a lunatic about it.
God.
Pam Bondi fired as Attorney General. Let's see if the New York Times has anything more substantive than that. I fucking love the way the New York Times talks. Especially because of her handling of the Epstein files, which have become a political liability for Mr. Trump. That's a very neutral way of saying the president is a known pedophile.
I think at a certain point, they're just trying to be tactful in how they say it, because
I know what they're trying to do, and they need to stop.
Kids get newspapers and stuff. You can't put too much gross stuff out there.
Well, they did also put out a thing recently about how you basically have to be like the intellectual elite to read a New York Times article. So no, I don't care if kids are going to read it. Don't molest kids if you don't want that in the fucking news.
Well, I don't want kids reading about kids getting molested is my point.
Well, I mean, I don't think kids are reading the New York Times.
Well, I don't want to fucking gatekeep and say that kids are now just assumed to not read the New York Times.
I mean, kids tend to get their news from Skibbity, Ohio, Riz, fucking Theo Vaughn, Livy Dunn, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Bro, that sounded really painful.
It was painful to say, so yeah.
But I don't. You know all the words. Don't blame the youngins because you know the words.
Fucking skibbities.
Brother, you made the sandwich.
I don't know. I think it's very telling that rather than I'm trying to think how to phrase this. They are so committed to the neutral passive voice thing that they're basically they're laundering Trump's reputation. They're sane washing essentially, except instead of sane it's, pedophiles.
What? You're saying that the newspaper from the guy's hometown that he likely bought the shit out of is biased? I cannot imagine why that would be. Wow, that's a really complicated...
Look at this shit, dude. Oh my god, ballroom construction right at the top? Who gives a flying fuck?
I mean, I care about how much it costs.
Yeah, I mean, this is under the Trump administration banner, so I guess it's relevant, but still,
I also care because it's a historic building.
Yeah, it's the most on-the-nose visual metaphor I've ever seen. Taking a historic building and tacking some hideous bullshit onto it.
I mean, I think it's kind of fun in that the visual appearance of America is starting to match the moral decay that we've had for a while.
Yeah, it's certainly useful as a motif, as a visual metaphor.
Well, no, okay, hear me out. If I have to live in a dystopia, right, that is one of the ones that is possible for us, because we're not getting a Mad Max style dystopia. We aren't getting a 28 Days. We're getting either a Philip K. Dick or maybe something a little different.
I always thought the dystopia would be less fucking boring than this one.
I mean, what if, hear me out, Idiocracy?
Idiocracy was honestly an optimistic view of the future.
Not really. Idiocracy said, what if we had a chosen one from the past? But without him, the future was fucked.
Well, it was, but the reason I say it's optimistic is because President Camacho when he realizes he's not qualified to solve the problem, just signs it over to Joe. Like he correctly recognizes his own limitations.
I think there's like a peak where like we're like our people our current leaders are stupid enough that they can't do it, but smart enough that they can handle basic things like smartphones and stuff. And they have smart people around them that can handle all the complicated things so they don't feel dumb. But God forbid, if we ended up going full idiocracy, right, then we wouldn't have people around them to use the technology and they'd feel bad about it.
Now, here's the real question, because I haven't seen Idiocracy in a while. Did Idiocracy include the ability to finance a pizza delivery?
I possibly. I know that everything is super inflated and money is dumb.
Yeah, because like the second I knew that it was Jover was when I saw like a Domino's ad saying "pay in 4 installments." I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I think they did the thing where every company sponsors and owns everything.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. These people are fucking diseased.
I mean, who? Everyone?
Well, yes.
Right? People are cool.
Oh, dude, fucking Kalshi. You can bet on how many people are going to die in a natural disaster. I'm like, all right, how the fuck is that allowed?
It's really weird where like that feels like that one Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, it does.
It's just very close to the point that I'm like, oh, the episode loses a little bite there.
Yeah, a ton of Black Mirror episodes have lost their bite in hindsight because it's like the Waldo one and like fucking
Waldo. Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, well, that's just what actually happened like 3 years later.
Well, I'd rather vote for a VTuber than the fucking Apprentice.
True. Hey, Waldo!
Like, I'm just saying, give me like, if we gotta go down this route, can we just get Mickey Mouse to actually put on the fucking People's Republic of China outfit?
Oh, dude, it's only a matter of time till somebody.
This close. We're this fucking close, dude. Someone please draw Mickey Mouse wearing a fucking PRC, and I'll fucking find a way to get like a small one tattooed. It'll be.
Hang on. It's only a matter of time till someone just runs as a cartoon character. I mean, they already have that fucking Lord Buckethead guy in England who like runs for every office that he can and never wins.
Yeah, no, see, but this is just stereotypical bullshit. No. I'm talking about a uniform, baby. I'm talking about I want this man supporting the elite government of the People's Republic of China specifically.
God damn it. How does nobody made this?
Because unfortunately, people suck.
I guess this is the closest thing to it.
No, that's just racism. That's just him wearing like a stereotypical bellboy outfit that's racist.
Yeah, a little. That's the same one. I guess. That looks more Japanese, but they're identifying it as Chinese.
It's on eBay, my guy. Oh, yeah, dude, I really trust the opinion of some random fuck selling a plushie on eBay.
Yeah, but this looks to be, like, officially listed by... Oh, no, guess not. It is just some guy. All right.
Just some guy, bro. Just some fucking guy. I ain't trusting some guy.
Well, it was like... It was listed, like... Because it said brand Disney, which I thought meant it was, like, Disney's official listing, but I guess not.
And I got that fucking... readiness for the fake news. You ain't getting me. Misinformation foo.
Ho ho! We are going to bow before the great Xi Jinping. Ho ho!
The Dalai Lama is an enemy in the state. Ho ho!
I mean, maybe he is. I don't know enough about it.
That's a fun conversation.
Yeah,
That's
Tibet's got its own fucking problems.
Oh yeah, no, I might have just given us a problematic line in China, but fuck it. Oh no, my social credit score went down.
Yeah, is that a real thing or is that just like a meme? Because I knew
no, it's a real thing that's gotten me into a meme. We don't have one. Well,
yeah, I know that they experimented.
But I mean, it's not like a system that's used completely, you know.
Yeah, like I knew they experimented with it. I wasn't sure if it was like an actual thing that they did that was like formal.
I feel like this is the easiest way to put it. People in the US, people in China, and people in Russia all live in surveillance states. They're just like given different little faces. So like you could call what's done by the fucking NSA. You call that some social credit shit. It's just that kind of level.
I'm just reading about this. You know, this is like super fucked up, but then again, it would kind of force some people who don't abide by the social contract to abide by the social contract.
So. It's only fun. It's interesting because
like it's definitely a bad idea and is like part of the surveillance state, but I will say if it stops motherfuckers from going out in public smelling like taco meat and dog shit, then like maybe it's worth it.
I mean, I'll give you another option. What about accessible public baths so we can't assume anyone I mean, like everyone will certainly have like a place.
True. To be clear, I am not talking about the homeless. I'm talking about people who have homes and jobs and just are stinky for no reason.
Well, here's the thing. I understand, but I need like that one other level where they're gonna be like, "Well, my excuse." And it's like, "Well, no, I don't care what's going on at home. You come down to the bath and you get scrubbed up, or non-sexual, we're all dragging you in there."
Yeah, like I'm not even saying you have to smell like sunshine and roses. I just mean there cannot be there cannot be visible stink lines coming off your fucking head.
How often do you hang out with Playpen? Jesus Christ.
Dude, when I was a kid and I did like the summer scene wrestling program, there was one fucking kid.
I'm such a fucking idiot. You said the summer scene wrestling program, and all I could think of was he's up on the top rope, and tonight will be the night that I will fall on you. And he just fucking gives you a flying elbow.
I wish. No, I don't remember this fucking kid's name, but there was one kid. I don't know if he was doing it as like a psychological warfare tactic or what, but he never fucking showered and was like proud of the fact that he never showered.
That's terrible.
Yeah, like that's not why I quit doing it, but like I eventually was like, I'm not wrestling this fucking kid. He stinks. I can smell him from over here. He smells like actual shit.
Maybe you just didn't try hard enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, he might have been using it as a fucking tactic, but because they do that.
Tactic.
Like he might have been using that to like, oh, he's not going to be able to wrestle as hard if he is trying not to throw up from the fact that I smell like shit.
I don't know, bro. It sounds like your face is just getting shoved in places.
Oh, dude, like when I say he fucking stank, I mean like when you're sitting 6 feet away from him on the mat, you can smell him.
Oh, that's fun.
Like it was like he had to have been doing it as a fucking tactic. He was also a fucking asshole for other reasons too, but
I mean, how old are you?
Fuck, what year is this? Let's say we were 11 or 12.
Puberty's a bitch. No one knows shit.
No, I get it, and that's why I wasn't judgmental about it at first until I heard him saying, like, yeah, I don't shower. That's fucking stupid. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me, motherfucker?
Okay, so you're in your late 20s now.
Yeah.
Is everyone that you meet that's approximately your age well educated to the point that you think they should be?
This guy was. I know he was.
What? How do you know that?
Because I saw his fucking parents and I saw the car they were driving. There is no goddamn way they were struggling very hard.
You misunderstand. Education and resources are not the same thing.
All I know is that the motherfucker had the opportunity to bathe and proudly didn't. So you know what?
Does he have the fucking someone to show him that he needs to?
I would assume his parents didn't fucking stink, so I'd assume so.
So his parents bathe, but we're I don't know, man.
Stop trying to be nice to the stinky kid.
It's funny. What happened to all that hope and optimism and shit?
That was before you showed up next to me smelling like taco meat and dog shit.
Oh, so since it's personally offensive now, we're
Yes.
fucking NIMBYing this. We're NIMBYing this.
Yeah, no, so I'm proud of that. You are not gonna stink in my backyard.
My God. Stop it.
If you show up to my house smelling bad, you're getting sprayed down with the garden hose.
Okay, so spray him down with a garden hose.
I should have, dude. It was fucking school.
I mean,
Bless you.
okay. I mean, he was proudly maybe trying to win, maybe just uneducated. And you were what? Too scared to hose him down, and now here you are,
dude. If
him.
You have no fucking clue. If there had been a garden hose in that gymnasium, I would have sprayed his ass at like max fucking force.
Pause. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like fuck that kid. I don't even remember his fucking name, and I'm glad I don't. But fuck that kid. I hope he's fucking learned to not stink.
NIMBY.
Also, speaking of that wrestling program, that is also the reason why I have this weird bump on my finger.
I mean, you shouldn't have tried that fake wrestling.
Yeah, here, like, can I get this close enough that you can actually... Yeah, see how there's like a bump on my finger?
No one wants to look at Joe Gross finger bump. Get it away.
Well, it's not gross, it's just misshapen. But yeah, my finger is shaped like that because a fucking kid who outweighed me by like 300 pounds fell on me improperly.
That's hot.
I mean, it was hot. Yeah, it was the summer. But no, I was actually like... I mean, it wasn't his fault, but I am like kind of pissed that my finger just looks like that forever because of that kid.
Why, dude? It's extra texture.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal. It's just like, if I'm going to get scars, I want to get them on my own terms, you know?
What are you talking about? That is the most, like, I read a book about scars ass statement I've ever heard.
Did I miss the Bondi banter? I mean, a little bit, but we'll go back and make fun of her some more. Don't worry.
Wait, no, there ain't really Bondi banter that's happened yet. We just read an article, if anything.
Yeah, it was mostly me bitching about New York Times. Yeah, like, I have, like...
By the way...
What?
What is your name about? Because all I can think about is Kanye.
Oh, no, I'm doing Runaway by Bon Jovi. She's a little runaway.
Oh, no, John, no.
Right, you probably can't see the titles from your end.
Oh, no, I can see them. I just...
On the streets where you live, girls talk about the social lives.
I don't think about Bon Jovi much.
I don't either. I just heard that song yesterday, and it's been on my mind ever since.
No, 100% fair. Okay, 100% fair. I, because like if that happens, Bon Jovi comes on, I'm like, nice. But I never look up a Bon Jovi song. I'm never sitting there and I'm like, damn, this moment needs to be defined by Bon Jovi.
I also kind of liked Runaways. Like, it was all right. It had some good stuff in it.
What's it about?
It's a Marvel thing. It's about some teenagers who find out their parents are part of like a secret evil society, so they go on the run to take them down, type of thing. It was all right.
Yeah, that's all right. That's a thing that happens.
Also, most of my scars are from my cat who's sitting on my lap right now. Yeah, so I have like 2 scars on my right leg for some reason from different things. I mean, I am right-footed, but like, I don't care when I get a scar on my leg that was from something I did, but it does kind of piss me off when someone else fucks up and I have scars to prove it.
My guy, most scars are from other things.
Well, yes, but they're from things I signed up to do voluntarily, whereas this was this guy fucking up.
You signed up for wrestling.
I did. I didn't sign up for this guy to improperly do the fall.
But that's just part of wrestling, is training.
Yeah, I know. I was just fucking kind of pissed about it at the time.
At the time, you're still mad.
Well, yeah, because now I'm thinking about it. And yes, R.I.P. Julian McMahon. He was good despite the fact that he was the villain in 2 of the worst superhero movies I've ever seen.
Julian McMahon, is this about... Wait, so you say superhero. Is this about Runaways or is this about WWE? Because I can't tell which direction we're going.
Oh, no, Julian McMahon is no relation to Vince McMahon.
Huh, what do you know?
Yeah, he was in Runaways as one of the parents. And he also was Doctor Doom in those 2 shitty Fantastic Four movies from the 2000s that everyone pretends are good now. So I hadn't seen those since I was a kid. So last summer, right before the new one came out, I rewatched those 2, and it's like, wow, these are way shittier than I remember.
The bar was low.
Still the second best Doctor Doom. You know what? I'm calling it. Robert Downey Jr., no matter how shitty he goes, no matter how shitty the movie is, he will be better.
If he doesn't take the mask off.
You know what? Even if he does, that just puts him with every other fucking Doctor Doom in movies.
If he takes the mask off, he instantly is a Deadpool and Wolverine Origins level of fucking character. Instantly.
No, that's true, but that's also true of every previous live-action Doctor Doom, except for the 90s one that never got released. Because Julian McMahon was in 2 of them, and he took his mask off constantly in both. And then Toby Kebbell was the one in Fan Four Stick, and that one... Well, technically, he doesn't take his mask off after declaring himself Doom, but that movie sucks for so many other reasons that it's kind of irrelevant.
Like, that doesn't matter. I hate this movie.
Yeah, and yes, Joseph Culp, that was the one in the 90s. He was the only one who actually left his mask on the whole movie. Well, other than, like, the flashbacks in the opening, of course, but... And also, because that movie was, like, semi-unfinished, you can hardly understand what he's fucking saying half the time.
Oh, I love that for him, bro.
Well, they've never admitted it, but they never did ADR for his lines. So, yeah, it comes across like the movie was not entirely finished.
Huh.
That movie has so much heart. That is true. That movie does have a ton of heart. It's not the best movie, but by God, were they actually trying with the extremely limited budget they had.
But it's trying enough.
Well, it's enough for this because it never even got released, and we've only seen bootlegs.
Oh, that is true, actually.
The documentary about it is fantastic. I've seen that.
This is one time we can leave him to keep exploring the Titanic.
True. He is the bravest pioneer. Yeah, $1 million. That 90s Fantastic Four movie, it was literally Marvel saying, throw something together quick so we can keep the rights. Here's $1 million.
$1 million now or $1 million then?
$1 million in 1994 dollars.
Oh, damn.
So that goes like a little bit farther then than it does now. But yeah, like they hired Roger Corman's production company because they're like, Roger Corman, he's the master of making dog shit look good.
Sometimes you want some dog shit.
Well, like it works because like yeah, the costumes look silly and like cheaply sewn, but that works because in that movie's version of it, Sue knitted the costumes herself. So it's like, okay, that's all right. That's okay that they look shitty because they were canonically handmade. And they did a pretty good job of, well, I don't want to say that. They did a way better job than most would at shooting around their limited budget.
Okay.
Because like with Mr. Fantastic, like obviously showing him stretching is really difficult, so they tended to show it via like crazy camera techniques rather than like showing his arm. But like it works. It works better than it should.
Something that I don't understand. If a cosplayer can make a super nice outfit for the equivalent of like $200 in hopes and dreams, why can't movie studios make a good costume with this budget?
Two answers. One, because they don't have the drive, and two, because the cosplayer only had to make one, and they probably had months and months and months to do it. Whereas what happened here was Roger Corman came scrambling into the costume design studio and said, "I need 4 costumes in the next 10 minutes," or whatever.
Oh,
not literally 10 minutes, but like they did not have much time to make this fucking movie. And yes, they also do probably need like 100 costumes per actor.
Why? If it's good, why would you need that many?
Well, you always need more than one. Damage happens, stains happen, continuity.
Sure, but you just gotta have like what, like 4?
Well, I mean, yeah, you don't need 10,000 of them, like Alex said, but like, yeah, you need many, many duplicates of that costume in order to be safe. And you need to make one for each of the 4 main characters.
Yeah, so you need like 20 outfits total.
Yeah, but making 20 outfits look good in like less than a month is way more difficult than making one outfit look good over the course of like a year.
Well, hold on now. But if the one cosplayer can do it for $200 and some hopes and dreams, and I give fucking 20 cosplayers $500, cost 10 grand out of my $1 million. Like it feels like that would go longer than it does. That's all I'm saying.
You also, as Alex is pointing out, sometimes you need specialized ones like CG equipped. I mean, not in that movie, but like CG equipped ones, or you need ones that can afford to get wet. Also, remember, a cosplay doesn't have to stand up to the scrutiny of like 8K video. I mean, not that they were using 8K video back then, but
Kirk's outfit, and it still works.
Well, yeah, because Kirk's outfit wasn't meant to be watched in HD.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like people still watch that shit though. Like there's like I'm sure there's a reasonable.
Plus, as Alex is pointing out here, cosplayers are recreating something existing. They're not creating it from scratch.
Isn't that the same thing when you're doing a superhero movie though?
Well, you still have to design the costume for the movie.
What do you mean by that? Like, if I saw a cartoon or something, and I'm like, oh, I want to make a character, or I'm sorry, I want to make like a costume based off that. I don't have like a bunch of patterns from the fucking anime or whatever.
Well, no, but you have like a visual basis to go off of.
Yeah, is that the same thing if I'm like making if I'm making suits for characters I have comics of?
Well, keep in mind, like with a cosplay, you're trying to look like a comic book come to life, whereas in a movie, you're trying to look like a live action reinterpretation of a comic book. So like Spider-Man on the page, the really bright blue and red work. In a movie, well, I mean, with Spider-Man it works, but like you might need to not necessarily tone down the colors, but you need to interpret it some way. You like, oh, just drawing webs on his arm would look really cheap in live action, so instead we have like the silver overlaid layer, you know?
Well, yeah, sure, but like I feel like people have to do the same thing when they're translating from an animated to a real life medium in the first place. Like, it doesn't seem like it's something that far off from what a lot of impressive people online do. That's all I'm saying. Like,
well, yeah, but keep in mind, those are the impressive people, the very dedicated hobbyists. They're not just like the regular ass people working in the costume studio.
Man, I will pay a motherfucker an experience till the cows come home. You want your name on this project. I know you do. There's a beautiful thing at the end of a movie, and I feel like it just is not sold the right way. Put your name in the credits. Oh, look at that. The credits. Yeah.
Honestly, part of the issue with the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix is that they were so slavishly devoted to making it look exactly like the cartoon that some of the shit looks weird in live action.
You can't like you have to change it when going from that thing. But for example, have you seen people who, to be weird but to not be weird, who do cosplays of that show? They make the actual IRL reinterpretation of the show look like dog water.
Sometimes, yeah. Also, the costume studios need to turn a profit or go out of business. Yeah, that doesn't help either. I hate to fucking give the Shyamalan movie credit for anything, but I will say, it was willing to reinvent the look a tiny bit, and it didn't always look good, but yeah, all right, I'll give them credit for that at least.
I mean, what do you think looked weird in the new series?
It's not that it looks bad. It's just that, I'm trying to think of how to put it. It's so slavishly devoted to looking like the cartoon that sometimes the colors are so bright that they look kind of out of place in a live action. They look like cosplayers.
But is there an example that you can think of?
Aang's, the red and yellow on Aang's clothes could have been toned down a little bit, at least in color grading, but they want it to look like the cartoon. They want it so bad that it looks so bright and colorful that it looks kind of weird in live action.
Can I have you pull up what he looks like? I haven't seen his fucking outfit.
Yeah, they don't look very worn in either. That doesn't help either.
Aang can't have some new duds?
I mean, realistically, he wouldn't.
Why can't Aang look fresh? This is discrimination.
Yeah, here we go. This looks good and all, but it also looks like it's fresh out of the washing machine. I don't know, it's all right. I'm not shitting on this kid actor, of course. Though he has aged a fucking shocking amount in the last couple of years, but that's what happens when you cast kid actors.
It looks like it looks like drugs. It looks like one of those specialty films that picks up UV light.
Yeah. And this blue, they could have toned down how blue the arrow is. I'm not even saying they have to, but I am saying it makes it look like a live action cartoon. Which I guess is what they're going for, but
it's
alternatively, Andor did this very well, having everything look used and worn down. Yeah, Star Wars has always been really good about that, all the way back to the original.
It's almost like, what's it remind me of? It's like the Wild Wild West. How would I put that?
Sorry, I was looking at something. What was the bit you were doing?
I'm just saying, Star Wars looks so worn in because it's just a Western in space.
Well, yeah. That was a big fucking deal.
Level to it everywhere.
The thing a lot of people don't get about Star Wars is that in 1977, it was a big fucking deal to have a sci-fi movie where everything looked old and shitty. They actually had a problem shooting at Elstree Studios in London. They had a problem where the janitor kept fucking cleaning the set every night, and they're like, yo, stop. We want it to look like shit.
But why'd they have a janitor there?
Well, it was the studio's janitor. He was just doing the same job he did every day, but they were like, hey, skip this set, please. It's supposed to look grungy as fuck.
Crap.
Like the Mos Eisley Cantina is supposed to look like a shithole because it is.
But like, why'd the studio have the guy cleaning sets?
Well, they had a guy who always cleaned sets because most movies want the sets clean. So he was like, yes, another set. Same thing I've been doing every time I've had this job. And then they're like, no, stop. This set's supposed to look like shit.
Wouldn't things get moved and stuff?
They did, apparently.
I mean, I just wouldn't want some weird fucking janitor touching my shit.
Mos Eisley Cantina, I believe it's called Shalman's Cantina in the story. It is a shithole with character.
Solomon.
I actually have the Lego of it right here. The big boy. The big thick boy Lego.
What do you mean? Thick boy.
Just like it's a big ass fucking full scale recreation of the cantina.
I don't think it's a full scale recreation of the cantina.
Well, it's not a full scale recreation of the whole of Mos Eisley, but it is like the size of the building is roughly to scale with the characters.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, roughly, of course. Robot segregation, yeah, they do. And in typical Star Wars fashion, they eventually what?
Do you say what?
Robot segregation.
Are you talking about putting those fucking dirty clankers in their rusted place?
Yes.
Talking about taking those wire backs and sending them back where they belong?
I won't be too racist to Star Wars droids because they're actually sentient.
Okay, but if they're sentient, that means I can hold them accountable for war crimes. And that doesn't happen. So I go back once again to clankers.
I just want I want a goddamn droids' rights movement in Star Wars. They gestured at it a little with L3 in the Han Solo movie, but I want to see like a full-on civil rights uprising of the droids demanding their fucking free speech and civil rights and everything. Like, yeah. I want to see Rey and Finn talking about Leia, and they're like, yeah, Leia did kind of treat 3PO like shit sometimes, didn't she?
Yeah, but like, okay, they're not automatically entitled to have it.
What do you mean?
I'm not giving the fucking robots like full ass like autonomy just because those motherfuckers can think.
I mean, we kind of should.
Why?
I mean, you could make the same argument about different types of human beings.
No, because I am a human being. Hell, the word's called being humane.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're talking about aliens and shit too. Like, that's a linguistic convention that gets translated from our world because we are humans. But like, Star Wars is filled with aliens.
Yeah. Aliens that are naturally occurring and not like, how do I put this? We barely even have like rights for clones, and we're worrying about fucking toasters.
Yeah, actually, the clone rights movement is a thing that gets brought up in Clone Wars occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally, but like we have actual humans suffering, and we're worrying about toasters.
What will you do if your daughter brings home a protocol droid claiming they're in love?
Hold on.
I'd ask about the protocol droid's dick.
Is he one of those famous high-flying protocol droids? You know, like, is he bringing home something for my daughter? What does he bring to the family table before I answer this question?
Yeah, well, I'm going to ask about his dick because I need to make sure that my daughter's needs are being met.
You do realize you could always upgrade that, so I feel like that's a weird obsession to have, just to be blunt.
I just want to know if 3PO can like take the cod piece off of his crotch and he's got like a big fucking.
I want to take the first word of a horny on me. Not long. Okay, nice.
It is actually millions of languages. It's the traditional one is over 6 million. As of Force Awakens, he's been upgraded to over 7 million.
No. Okay. How many of those are English and money? It's probably the only important thing.
One of them's English, or basic as they call it.
I've been wondering about that with a lot of sci-fi universes, but I think Star Wars is a good one to ask. What the fuck is up with their language scheme?
What do you mean?
Like, you have essentially English, and like mad fucking aliens speak English.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of aliens that I wouldn't have expected to speak English. Like Hera and shit. But like then you have like big nose blue mechanic guy. And he can't speak English at all.
Well, keep in mind, like this is the thing with Chewbacca, for example. Some species just simply can't produce the sounds required to speak English with their vocal cords.
I really think it's weird that we have walking super robot bots and no one's got a fucking side piece on their ear to just translate some shit.
Well, sometimes they do. And also, like I said with Chewbacca is fluent in English. He just can't physically speak it because Wookiee vocal cords can't make the sounds.
Okay,
but like Han Solo and Chewie are fluent in each other's languages, which is why they just talk in their own native languages.
Sure. Okay, sure. I can deal with that.
Yeah, and Lobot did have, like, among other things included in his head thing was translation software.
Which one's Lobot?
He's like a bit character from Empire Strikes Back. He's like remember the guy with the thing on the back of his head who like works with Lando?
Oh!
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Han Solo is like secretly a linguistic genius, and no one ever talks about that.
If no one talks about it, is it really a thing, or is it just a fun little idea someone came up with along the way?
Well, just in the movies, we see him speak like 6 languages I can think of.
Really?
Yeah, hang on, let me think. Because just in A New Hope, he obviously speaks English. He speaks Rhodian, or he understands, I should say. He understands Rhodian. Because he talks to Greedo. He understands Hades because he talks to Jabba. That's just in A New Hope. He has some knowledge of binary, given that he can talk to the Millennium Falcon's computer. He speaks Wookiee, of course.
Hold on. Why the fuck's the shit computer speak binary?
It speaks to itself in binary.
What the fuck?
Well, keep in mind, the Falcon's computer is jerry-rigged together out of like 15 other computers, so it has like schizophrenic argument with... What?
Do you know how long that would be?
Yeah, like the Falcon's computer literally has schizophrenic arguments with itself.
No, that's fine. What I'm saying is like just one sentence of like I had an apple for breakfast today in binary is long as fuck.
Well, binary means something different to them than it does to us, I think.
Oh. Well, okay.
Like binary is like a slang term too.
Okay, so we're not talking about machine code 01's light on or light off.
No, presumably it's based on something more than that.
Okay, because just if you have the mental capacity to like not have a piece of paper and to just see a like that kind of thing and run it, that's a whole different kind of smart.
Yeah, like binary also includes like the beeps that R2 talks in.
What the fuck? Okay, so just a bunch of computer languages in one, because fuck it, it's the future.
Yeah, so like I'm thinking, like just in A New Hope, just the first movie, we see Han Solo either speaking or fluently understanding English, Shriwook, Rhodian, and Hades. Just in the first movie.
Why do all these languages exist?
Because different aliens come from different planets.
But like then they get like okay, but they're in an empire.
Well, yeah. Well, what does that have to do with anything?
They would get culturally like.
Remember, the Empire does not actually control the entire galaxy.
No, but everyone's trading with each other and like doing things with each other, interacting. So you would think that okay. Um, it's really weird. There's not a space Swahili that pops up at a certain point. It's the easiest way I can say this.
What do you mean by space Swahili?
So Swahili happened because a bunch of trade routes coalesce in areas where a bunch of different tribes who spoke a bunch of different languages all came together, and they had some shared words, and slowly these traders, through interacting, kind of created their own slang / language that expanded because, fucking trade routes, and that's how shit works. And that's how Swahili happened.
Okay.
As like a language. And like what I'm saying is, like, all these planets are interacting with each other and trading and doing fun hyperdrive shit. It just seems weird that there'd be like these giant language barriers where like I could show up somewhere and like we'd have no way to even deal with each other.
Well, that's why protocol droids exist. But also keep in mind, people who trade that much in Star Wars tend to be multilingual. Like, that's why Han Solo speaks as many languages as he does, is because he's interacted. He's been all over the place.
Fair point.
I'm trying to think, because I'm like, just off the top of my head, he speaks English, Shriwook, Rodian, Huttese, at least some binary. In Force, I don't remember what language it was, but one of the gangs that tries to kill him in Force Awakens is speaking some foreign language that he understands. So that's 6 just in the fucking movies. Alex, remind me, it's because I haven't seen every Star Wars movie that recently, so remind me if I'm missing something. Anyway, the point is that just off the top of my head, I can think of 6 languages Han Solo has at least some knowledge of. Which that's a common thing in the Star Wars galaxy. Like, Leia also speaks multiple languages.
To be fair, most human beings speak multiple languages. We just
that's true.
Country.
Yeah. Anakin, for example, due to his growing up on a slave planet populated with Huttese-speaking people, is equally fluent in Huttese as he is in English. In fact, he occasionally slips into it. Like in Clone Wars, he occasionally like tosses a Huttese curse into his language.
Like it's Firefly?
It's not as explicit as Firefly, but like he might say, like, let's get this Slimo back to Coruscant or whatever. Obi-Wan also spoke at least a little bit of a lot of languages. But that's because Obi-Wan was like a diplomat, so it makes sense.
The negotiator.
You know, it's there's a bit in the Thrawn trilogy, the original Thrawn trilogy from the 90s, where Leia keeps fucking getting attacked by these Nog Kree death commando guys.
What do you mean original from the 90s? Unless I'm stupid.
Because Timothy Zahn has written 2 more trilogies about Thrawn at different points in Thrawn's life.
Did this come out?
Yeah.
Wait. Like, what came out in the 90s? I'm confused. Is it like a book?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, honestly, the books that basically, they didn't literally create the Star Wars EU, but they were the thing that taught Lucasfilm, oh shit, we can actually still make a huge profit off of this despite not making any movies right now.
Oh shit, the nerds still care.
Yeah, because there'd been like Star Wars books, but they usually came out like between movies, and they usually like didn't get that much attention. But the Thrawn trilogy was the first that got like New York Times bestseller attention. And like actual literary critics were into. But so Leia is pregnant in that book. And she keeps getting attacked by these fucking Nog Kree death commando alien guys that are working for Thrawn. So at one point they move her to Kashyyyk for safekeeping. And Chewbacca's home planet.
How do you say that?
Kashyyyk.
Oh, okay. I was hearing the cat from Skyrim.
Oh, okay. So they meet this I forget the character's name, But the kind of Wookiee diplomat who greets them and is like showing them around and explaining how everything works, Leia has a way easier time understanding him than she does Chewie, because Shriwook is a really difficult language, so even people who've been around it for years have to like concentrate to understand it.
Huh.
Well, because it's made up of like grunts, so you have to like pay really you have to be very good at what you're doing to get it. And so she has a way easier time understanding this Wookiee tour guide. And eventually she says to Chewie, how come you never told me you have a speech impediment? Because he's been talking about speech impediments affecting the ability to understand. And he laughs and he goes, oh, no, princess, you misunderstand. I have a speech impediment. For some reason, humans find it way easier to understand.
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah. Which is part of why he's the diplomat. Is because his speech impediment for some reason makes his Shriwook way easier to understand.
I really just got to come out here and say the obvious. Calling that a speech impediment is kind of a misnomer.
Well, it's an impediment in his own language.
What does impediment mean again?
Well, in his own language, it's like a deformed, quote-unquote, form of speaking.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it'd be the equivalent of like if one of us inexplicably had a Mexican accent, and therefore when we're talking to Spanish speakers, Spanish people have an easier time understanding it or something.
See, I was more thinking about it as like, what if everyone in space has a lisp?
Well, they maybe they do, for all we know.
Well, yeah, but and now like we could say impediment, but if you think about it, does the lisp actually stop us from understanding him? No. Does it help him? Yes. It's not an impediment.
As for the language barrier question you had, that's literally like the whole reason they keep 3PO around.
Yeah.
Well, 3PO, he's a protocol droid, so he's also trained in like the customs of various cultures and shit.
So riddle me this, Batman. How come other people don't have them?
A lot of them do have them.
How come we don't see more?
Well, we see them like really frequently, honestly. Also, they are somewhat expensive in universe.
But like, okay,
and also just given how easy space travel is in Star Wars, it makes sense that anyone who does it a lot would like pick up a lot of language skills. I mean, you see that with like businessmen in the real world who travel for business a lot tend to pick up like at least perfunctory phrases in many languages.
That's true.
But yeah, like 3PO, part of why he's called the protocol droid is because in addition to language, he's also trained in like, in this culture, they always serve their food in this order. So like, take note of that, that kind of stuff.
Are you telling me that he's a woke bot?
Basically, yes.
Get these politics out of my Star Wars.
Now, Guardians of the Galaxy, actually, there's a little blink and you miss it thing in the first movie that explains why all the aliens speak English.
Did something get thrown into space?
No, when they're scanning the when they first arrest the Guardians at the beginning and they're scanning them and like Peter Quill's doing the thing,
yeah.
One of the little computer pop-ups that pops up for about half a second points at the back of his neck and says translator microbe implanted in wherever.
But how would everyone else understand?
Because that's like a standard thing pretty much everyone has.
Oh, it translates what they say.
Well, okay, so this is
opposite of a babblefish. That's weird.
So this isn't from the movies, but it's from the Guardians of the Galaxy video game. You actually, one of the collectibles you can find is an old handheld translator device.
Oh, okay.
And the little bio about the device explains, in the early days of intergalactic space travel, these were essential to communicate with various species. Now, this one is centuries old, so typically these days they've been replaced by wearable earpieces or even implants in your cerebral whatever cortex. And it explains that the implant one also alters your perception of the person's lip movements to match what you're hearing.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Well, like that's the explanation for why Rocket not only speaks English, but his lips move in sync with the English we're hearing.
Yeah, that I mean, don't a bunch of random humans from Earth interact with aliens?
Yeah, so that carries with it the implication that one translator works both ways.
That's weird.
Actually, so in that game, it only has the one ending, but it's got like quest lines you can do that will develop your relationship with the characters, type of thing.
Sure.
And if you do one of those, Star-Lord actually confesses to Gamora. In this version of events, his departure from Earth was different.
Okay.
And he was actually abducted on purpose because he was the son of the Spartoy King, which is what he is in the comics. Ego's not his dad in the comics. And so they wanted to get rid of the king's heir, so they kidnapped him and just locked him in an alien prison. And they did not give him a translator microbe before doing so. So for the like 4 years he spent in that prison, he basically couldn't communicate with anyone. He had to communicate in like charades.
Oh, that's fun.
And that's from ages 13 to 17 too, so it really fucked him up. And ultimately, he eventually got assigned Yondu as his cellmate. And Yondu actually spoke English because he'd been to Earth. Like without a translator microbe, that is.
Hold on, are you talking about let's see here. It wasn't the Flying Nun.
Mary Poppins.
Oh, Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Well, we don't see Yondu in this game, but the implication is that he's pretty similar to the movies. But yeah, so the two of them met as cellmates, and he's like, holy fuck, this is the first time in 4 years I've met someone else who speaks English. So they escaped together, and then he joined the Ravagers, and then he got fitted with the translator microbe.
How is he not insane with what is essentially practical solitary confinement for 4 years?
He did kind of go a little bit insane. Like, it's been decades since this happened, so he's had time to recover, but like he's clearly still affected by what happened.
Oh,
And also, he could communicate. It's just they didn't speak each other's language, so they had to communicate in like gestures and stuff.
true.
And presumably he picked up some alien words, but this is just stuff we hear him talk about, so we don't like see flashbacks of it or anything.
That's true. They could have just handed him a Vegemite sandwich with a smile and said they came from Orlando.
But yeah, if you pick up the old translator, he explains to Gamora that he picked it up because he's hoping that an old, outdated one might have other languages in it, meaning Groot's. Because Groot's language is so uncommon that even their translators don't really have it included. So he was hoping that an old, outdated one might have Groot in there. He also at one point comments like, you know, I'm so like when he's reading the thing about how it alters your perception of lip movements and audio and everything, he kind of comments like, "Oh man, that's a good thing. I don't want to hear what Rocket actually sounds like."
Yeah, it probably sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's that Guardians of the Galaxy video game is fucking awesome, by the way.
I bet Rocket smells like shit.
I'm trying to remember if they made a joke about that. I don't know if they did. I know that the fucking space llama they pick up in the game apparently smells terrible.
Space llama?
I'm exaggerating, but essentially some alien creature that is roughly equivalent to like a llama in terms of appearance and general function.
Is she a quitter?
I'm assuming you're referring to spitters or quitters. I don't remember, honestly. It's been a few years.
It's a llama that didn't spit?
Well, it's a rough equivalent to a llama. It's just, I don't know. I just know that there's a cutscene where he goes to his room and he finds it on his bed, and then he's so tired he doesn't give a shit, so he just lies down next to it, and then he comments like, "Oh God, the bed smells."
Yeah.
That game was awesome. You should play it. They actually
Only games on the list.
they have a Chewbacca cameo in that game. Kind of. So he gets abducted from Earth with pretty much just the contents of his pocket.
Okay.
So that's why, like, pretty much all he has is the clothes on his back, his Walkman, and, like, whatever other random shit is scattered around his pockets.
Okay.
And one of the things that he just randomly had in his pocket because he stepped on it and then picked it up and pocketed it, remembering to put it back later, was a Chewbacca action figure. And he gave it to Karel, who's an alien, a member of the Nova Corps. He gave it to her years ago when they were fighting together, and then when he meets her again, he sees that she still has it on her desk, and he's like kind of touched that she kept the gift he gave her. I don't know. It's nice.
Okay, so I'm just saying, following this logic, Marvel has in their universe a world where there are the Star Wars movies because there's an action figure.
Yeah, like the Star Wars movies exist on the Earth Peter Quill is from, yeah.
And so then in that universe, they're like, it gets trippy. Because how do I put this? How do you think the properties work in terms of like, is there a Marvel Comics as well as like a Disney and shit? Or do you think that they just like ignore parts of the things that own the stuff we're in now?
Well, Disney, I think we know exists because they make like Pinocchio jokes or whatever.
Well, that's just a story.
Well, I know, but like they make little jokes referencing old movies, so presumably Disney exists. As for Marvel, in the comics, and they haven't really done anything with this in a while, but in the early days of Marvel Comics, they actually established that there was an in-universe Marvel Comics who did comic books based on the real-world superheroes.
Okay.
There's even a brief reference to that in the newest Fantastic Four. Now, that's a different Earth, granted, but there's a bit where, like, when the Silver Surfer's coming out of the fucking sky and there's all kinds of crazy astronomical activity visible, they have all the shots of people looking up going, oh man, what the fuck is that? And one of them is two guys who, based on their ages and appearance, are supposed to be Stan Lee and Jack Kirby at the Marvel offices drawing Fantastic Four comics and getting distracted and looking up at the big meteor shower.
That's fun. I like that.
Yeah, they also named the Earth 828 because Jack Kirby's birthday is August 28th.
I hate that.
Why?
Like, I hate when things start on what I would call arbitrary numbers. Because like, that naming schemes confuse me.
Well, like, the mainstream Marvel Earth is called 616 because it's supposed to be like, yes, it's just another Earth. There are many of them. This is just the one we happen to be focusing on.
Every time it's a symmetrical number, it doesn't feel random. It feels like it's important.
Well, remember, they just do that because the writers need to remember it.
I suppose.
Like, the reason Back to the Future, the fucking time machine, you have to hit 88 miles per hour is literally just because they needed a number that'd be easy to remember. So they picked 88.
80,085.
True. That would be a good one.
That is one of the most sacred numbers.
I'm trying to remember if they... You know what? Actually, in the mainstream MCU, I don't know if they have a Marvel Comics in the present day, but they certainly did during World War II because they show kids reading actual Captain America comics that are just based on the real person Captain America.
That's fun. I wonder how trippy they could get with that.
Oh, the thing with the Chewbacca figure too. First of all, despite both being owned by Disney, apparently they had to negotiate with Lucasfilm for a year to be allowed to have the fucking Chewbacca action figure in that game.
Yeah.
But so when in the flashbacks to his life on Earth, he had a pet dog named Kubrick.
Okay.
And the little bio, because the Chewbacca figure is one of the collectibles, the bio is written by Karel, who's the Nova Corps officer. And so it's like her remembrance of what Chewbacca is. Like she knows that it's like from a movie from Peter's home planet type of thing. And she says, apparently the figure used to come equipped with a small device called a bowcaster, but that it was, quote, eaten by Kubrick. I'm not sure what a Kubrick is.
So she talks about it the way Spider-Man talks about these movies.
Well, remember, she's an alien, so she's never been to Earth. She has no clue what Star Wars is. She just knows it was a media franchise that her friend was into.
Oh no, I get that. I'm just trying to make fun of how Spider-Man sounded in that one scene where he's like, "Have you guys ever heard of that old movie Star Wars?"
Yeah,
Like,
that was mildly funny the first time they did it, and then they repeated it like more times in the later movies, and it got annoying.
I thought the first time they did it, I was just like, "Your age, this is dumb. You have the internet also. This is dumb."
Well, it's also ironic because apparently Tom Holland has never seen Star Wars, or at least he hadn't at the time.
But he had heard of it.
Yeah, I think I would guess what it is. Oh, hey, One-Eyed Punk, good to see you. I guess what it is that he knows Star Wars, but he doesn't know how mainstream Star Wars is.
Hey, Larry. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Ever heard of this small video game called Donkey Kong? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know, man. Like, because keep in mind that it's not that he doesn't like Star Wars. At the time, he had never seen them. He probably has in the interim, but
he makes bad decisions.
But yeah, so I think what it is like he knows about Star Wars, but he knows about a ton of nerd shit, so he assumes most people don't know about the shit he's into.
Okay, I kind of get that.
I don't know, like I've had that happen like a million times where I'm talking to someone and I assume that they don't know about like In the Mouth of Madness because that's a relatively obscure movie. And I say like, oh yeah, there's this John Carpenter movie called In the Mouth of Madness, and then they go, yeah, I've seen it, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, cool, I can skip that part then.
I can skip that part.
I actually, I was talking to a girl yesterday who didn't know about John Carpenter, so I got to like walk her through all the John Carpenter shit.
Please tell me that you weren't that one meme.
No, like I said something about like, oh yeah, this John Carpenter game, and she goes, oh, who is that? And I'm like, oh, he did like Halloween and the Thing, and she was like, oh yeah, I know that movie, you know.
And you're like, oh yeah, time to spit my game.
I kind of did. I mean, I don't know if she has a fucking boyfriend, so I wasn't like being too presumptuous, but
hey man,
I got her Instagram.
In the game of love, we cannot assume anything except that I don't see no finger. So either she's not married or she's trying to cheat. Either way, that's a green light.
You know what? She's age appropriate for me and also hates ChatGPT. Good enough for me.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so I've been thinking about something to bring up to you because I know how much you hate these fucking language learning models or
fucking wire-back pieces of shit. Yes, I do.
Absolute trash. But I don't disagree with you. But I was just thinking, my ultimate hatred of like these chatbots is not from people. It's when like you try to do something like get a new job, and every single company has pretty much replaced their HR department.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, it's fun.
You know, this is not a job thing, but this is the one I've had to deal with most recently. PlayStation. PlayStation used to have the single best customer service number that I've ever used in my entire life. I once called PlayStation with the most absurd problem I can fucking imagine, and the guy I talked to did everything he could, and then over the course of the following days, repeatedly messaged me back to tell me he'd found a solution to an impossible to solve glitch. PlayStation used to have the fucking best customer service number. They've replaced it with a goddamn internet chat.
Where's my country gone?
Yeah, where my fucking country gone?
Where my fucking country gone? Like, this is when it's important.
The bakery chain my roommate works for just got bought out by private equity. Oh my fucking god!
Oh my god!
Get ready for the scones to go down in price.
Or
rather, let me rephrase: go up in price, go down in quality. I mixed up the two.
Larry, what is that thing that like old factory buildings are mostly made of?
Brick.
True. What is that thing that like happens when you rub two sticks together really fast?
Sparks and eventually fire.
Those are things that exist.
They are indeed things that exist. They're very useful tools in various contexts.
Man, I actually miss camping. I haven't gone camping in a while, but yeah, no, those I'm tired of seeing these nice small places just getting taken out, and like you like know it's just gonna be turned into like a gentrified piece of shit.
Seriously, my favorite fucking restaurant from college has been fucking replaced like at least twice that I know of. I'm still sad about it.
You're talking about the fucking campus place?
Not technically on campus, but yes.
The Fat Boy one.
Yeah, the place that doesn't exist was called Super Fans.
I was like, oh man, you're giving me flashbacks when I could get like 3 things at like 2 a.m. for like $12, and I would like walk my ass down the street.
Oh, I was so fucking lazy I had it delivered because I don't think they charged extra.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think they did. There was one night in particular that I was too fucking tired and I ordered a cheeseburger delivered at 1 a.m. and not only did it arrive, but it was a good fucking cheeseburger.
Oh man, like they had that greasy shit. It was good.
They had that fucking pretzel that was so big it came in a pizza box.
I never tried that. I should have.
It was legitimately great. Even when you only ate half of it and put the other half in the fridge and reheated it in the oven the next day, it was just as fucking good.
Okay, that sounds fucking dope.
That was such a good fucking restaurant, and the woke mob took it away from us.
What doesn't the woke mob take away from you?
Fucking Obama, goddammit.
Yo, this is why we should go and try to take all of Drewski's money.
How much money does Drewski have?
Enough that we can cancel him. Because goddamn it, how could we let him make fun of our queen like that?
Speak for your fucking self. I was making fun of Erica Kirk the day of. I'm honestly surprised nobody gave me shit for the comment I left on her Instagram that day.
I see that you break the kayfabe as soon as I call Erica Kirk a queen.
Yeah, no, I don't play with that. Erica Kirk is a fucking nightmare demon from hell. Yeah, the day...
I'm cracking up at the fact that she makes everyone break kayfabe. Like, I told you this off stream. I've just been thinking about this. Drewski has created such a persona that you don't understand. So many people do not think he's doing comedy.
Yeah, I don't get it.
You have to consume some of the content.
On the day Charlie Kirk... What?
He has a whole dating show called Could Have Been Love. He has the Could Have Been Records. There was the Could Have Been Records fucking house where he like real view or fucking what do you call it, like Big Brother style shit. Everyone was fucking did that to a bunch of like the like zaniest characters he could find and said the one at the end might get a record contract. Has a bunch of famous rappers and shit come in though. Like it is like really funny. Like it's very complicated.
I think it was the day Charlie Kirk died. So I of course saw Erica Kirk's fucking Instagram post about it, and she said something about their kids in there, and I can't believe nobody got pissed at me for this. I commented on her Instagram post, "Ma'am, nobody on earth stands to benefit more from your husband's death than your children."
That's not true.
No, it is, because now his children aren't going to get molested by him.
That's not true, man. What about Americans? Also, I don't think he was molesting his children.
Well, he's a Republican, so it's a reasonable assumption.
Why do you think our Republicans are molesting their children?
Because they all defend child marriage.
Hold on. If this last year has taught me anything, it's that I've got to face up to the truth. Not all Republicans molest kids. All Republicans are just comfortable defending people.
Yeah, exactly.
Who molest kids. Well, it's like they're just a giant crowd, in which I know there are people who molest kids. I know there are people who don't. I don't know which one's which. I'm not going to necessarily assume they molest kids. I'm just going to assume the best case is they're defenders of that.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do what they do with immigrants and assume that they're guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, but if you're going to do what they do with immigrants, you got to really put a little jazz on it. You know what I'm saying?
Like this shirt?
I mean, yes, but I really think you should. I've said it before. You should reconsider wearing that from this camera angle. It just doesn't look good.
It says anal. All Nazis are losers.
Yeah, but I can't see the N. I can only see what's definitely swastika related, and then butt.
Yeah, it's a swastika being smashed in half with a butt plug.
Maybe it was just like Nazis for butt plugs.
I don't think. Well, okay, secretly all Nazis love butt plugs, as we found out about Byron fucking Gnome the other day. But I think ostensibly they don't enjoy butt plugs.
What's wrong with butt plugs? We all love butt plugs.
Nothing's wrong with them, but they're Republicans. They hate life and goodness and fun. So
I don't think they hate life and goodness and fun.
But they do.
I just think they. Okay, like
they're demons from hell, dude.
Hear me out.
They not like us.
Oh God, it's so weird.
As the great poet Kendrick Lamar pointed out, they not like us.
Whatever. God, this is so weird. Oh God. Next, he's gonna start quoting Malcolm X, and after that, it's Toussaint. This is weird. Oh.
I don't know any full-on speeches of Malcolm X, but I know a couple lines.
Oh God, he's gonna say them by any means necessary.
No, I was gonna say, well, I don't remember it verbatim, but there's the one about how they'll grant us symbolic victories to cover for their continued persecution or whatever. That's not real. What are you talking about? A lot of Republican men do the shit Gnome does, and that's exactly why they think trans women are dangerous sex freaks. Yeah, I have that meme on my phone of the gender critical guy saying, well, look, I'm a danger to women, so I think it's a reasonable assumption that you are too. So it's a bunch of sick fucking men out there. Yeah, dude, they're all fucking bisexual. They're all doing coke. They're all bisexual. No. That implies that they're not like they all have impulses to expand their sexuality from the tiny scope that it is. Yeah. But I wouldn't even go as far as to give any of these guys decent labels because none of them know themselves for shit. Yeah, I not that I need to tell you this, but for those of you in the audience who might not know, it's basically an open secret in DC that Lindsey Graham is gay. I mean, he fucks so many male escorts that they literally have a nickname for him amongst themselves. They don't really even buy photos of it. There's oh, another one. No, wow. Yeah, it's just an open secret. He's never admitted it out loud, but we all know. But what the fuck you gonna do? Lindsey Graham has never admitted he's gay in the same way that Michael Jackson was reluctant to admit that he got plastic surgery. Come on, man. No, it's just ignorant. That's ignorant. You're being ignorant.
Lean a little more into your like, no,
No.
yeah.
I did see dude. That the Disney World pictures were the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen, and if it weren't Lindsey Graham there, I would like feel nothing but pity for that guy.
Is that the thing where he just looks really sad on the rides?
Well, yeah, he's like alone at Disney World while the fucking war he voted for rages on. He's just like sitting on the fucking rides.
I mean, do you not like Disney World?
I've never actually been.
I've been to Disney World, but never been to Disneyland. I will say this: I want to see Mr. Toad's Wild Ride because I want to go on a children's theme ride where I get to go to hell. That just seems like a thing that's fun to do.
Lindsey Graham posts picture with a gun after being spotted at Disney World amid shutdown. Phrasing, my friend. Phrasing, KOMO News.
What kind of gun?
I'm assuming it was this picture of him with a shotgun.
I can't see. I'm blind.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about this. Yeah, he tried to cover for the Disney World thing by talking about, like, I was at this ranch shooting some clays. I'm like, yeah, I bet you were.
See, here's the reason I know that's bullshit. The fuck you aiming at that angle, boy?
Yeah, nothing.
The fuck you aiming at?
These people are all such fucking posers. I guarantee you he has never touched this gun in his entire life until this moment.
His right arm's a bit high, if you ask me, but I'm not an expert at this by any means, but like,
you remember that time Marjorie Taylor Greene posted that video where she blew up the socialism car?
What?
She took a Prius, wrote the word socialism on the side, and then blew it up with a Barrett 50 cal sniper rifle.
I mean, this is giving Kid Rock shooting Bud Light.
Oh yeah, except it was even worse because they didn't do it in the same shot. They show her firing and they cut to the car blowing up. It was so obviously a fucking work, dude. But also,
they like put Tannerite in a car.
Yeah, like you could. By the way, based on the condition of the gun, I find it safe to estimate that was the first time a round has ever traveled down its barrel.
Yeah, no shit. They bought a new gun.
Chicken wing shotgun grip. Seriously, dude. Look at the shit.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Look at the shit.
I wanted to make sure I wasn't fucking tripping, but I appreciate so.
Look at his dainty little fucking hands holding this gun he can't handle.
Also, can I actually have you zoom in on this for a second? I'm interested in something.
Yeah, here. Let me put it. Here we go.
Is his finger on the fucking trigger for this photo?
Well, I mean, they supposedly did take this while he was actively targeting shooting, so like I guess that's okay.
Why is his finger on the trigger? He's not shooting anything. What?
I think he's about to be.
Absolute bullshit. They did not. No.
Well, yeah, of course it's Lindsey Graham. It's all lies, of course.
Yeah, but he'd go fucking spinning like a top like that.
Yeah, these people have never actually handled guns for very long. Most of them.
Figure out the fucking trigger. Then he should know how to have the appearance of gun safety. Is kind of where I'm coming at.
Yeah, gun safety appears to be a left-wing political value because anytime toddlers fucking shoot each other by accident, it's always conservative households.
But on the flip side, 9 out of 10 times you have like a dad and he's like teaching his family how to shoot, and he's not getting run down by the police. He's on the right.
Yeah.
Remember, Kaylee, Jalen, and insert name. They can all fire the Barrett. They can all get experience with the AR, and it's fine. But I swear to fucking God, if I see one kid within distance of a black beret and a gun,
true,
same fucking time, I am going to lose my shit.
Dude, you remember Ethan Crumbley's fucking parents?
I don't remember the parents.
Well, you remember who Ethan Crumbley is, right?
That's the shooter?
Yeah. His parents, like, bought him the fucking gun after he had expressed homicidal intentions.
Oh, that one, yes.
Like, there's a reason they were the first ever parents of a school shooter to be charged in connection with the shooting. Like, he expressed homicidal intentions, and they were like, we'll buy you a gun to help you work out your fucking problems. Like, what?
I never put a face to the names of this because I found it very depressing. What do they look like?
Well, I don't... I'll find them, but this is what Ethan Crumbly looks like.
Yeah, he looks like, literally, this isn't a joke, John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, he does. He looks like the kid from your school who looked like a school shooter.
No, like he looks like he's trying to look like John Wayne Gacy.
Yep, that's about what I expected them to look like. My fuck, look at that. My God.
I was expecting a bigger dad.
Yeah, that's true. I guess his mom has all the fucking body weight for both of them.
Like, I was really expecting more construction build dad and not I was an FMJ dad.
Oh yeah, here's them fucking crying like little bitches pretending they give a fuck.
My favorite part is that he pulls his fucking mask down to cry on camera. All right, you pussy.
Yeah, it's like when someone pulls off their mask to talk to you. I'm like, excuse me?
I don't think it's exactly like that, just because the intention is more of like
cynical.
I was gonna say rhetorical, but yeah.
I like that they have his wife in literally like the stereotype prison uniform.
Yo, bro, she's about to go steal some hamburgers.
Aren't they supposed to not let them wear prison uniforms in court? I thought that was. Well, I guess this is just a preliminary hearing, so I guess that's why.
I was gonna say there's a certain part you can't wear it at.
Yeah, because during a trial you can't because it can bias the jury or whatever.
Yeah, but you're not always with the jury, so it don't matter.
Yeah. By the way, that's not that I disagree, but it is really fucking funny that the jury is so stupid that seeing him in a prison uniform can bias them.
It's not about being stupid. It's about intention. I know, I get it.
No, it's just funny that Americans are so dumb that they actually. Anyway,
it's not an American thing. It's just people.
All I can think about are those idiots from the pit that hat masks. I don't know what you mean by hat masks.
Have masks, I'm guessing.
A lot of people in the pit have masks. He's going to have to be a lot more specific.
Are there people who wear masks as the opposite of chin diapers?
Oh, I think maybe he's talking about the ICE agents from the pit.
What do the ICE agents do?
They act like ICE agents.
But like, do they do anything?
Oh, hate masks. The idiots from the pit who hate masks. Yeah, that was that lady. I remember her.
She don't like masks?
Yeah, she was like flipping out. She got in a fist fight or something with like one of the other patients, and because she punched her in the teeth, cut her hand open and it needed surgery. And the doctor is like, well, since you're so afraid of the masks, we can skip those when it comes to the surgery. And she's like, never mind, I get it. Like, she clearly sees what a position he's backed her into.
Part of me just wants to be like, wow, and we really got him. It's a good thing we have our high fangle TV show to tell us how much we're fucking smarter than them and how stupid they are. I don't know, bro. I don't think the solution to this is patting ourselves on the back and calling them dumb 20 times.
Well, it's not about solutions. It's about having fun. And to me, nothing is more fun than making fun of these people.
I'd rather make their lives worse.
Well, I mean, that too. There's a great moment this season where they get this patient. I forget what her thing was, but her boss is like being a fucking psychopath to her for missing work and like calls her while they're trying to do some procedure. And he's like clearly yelling at her. Mm-hmm. So Noah Wiley just takes the phone out of her hand and says, "This is Dr. whatever, Michael Rabinovich from Pittsburgh Trauma Medical Center. We are performing medical procedures. If you fire her, she will sue you, and I will testify in court on her behalf." And then just hangs up and hands her back the phone.
Damn.
And then the boss stops fucking calling.
That's fun.
Yeah, I like that, especially this season, because I'm pretty sure he's going to kill himself at the end. But
What the fuck?
well, let me rephrase. I suspect that Dr. Robbie intends to commit suicide. I think he will be stopped from doing it because the plot needs to happen and we need more seasons of The Pit. But
Oh, I see.
But his behavior this season implies to me that he is planning on killing himself.
But the show never let him do it. Okay.
Well, yeah, because the whole thing is that this is his last day before his 3-month sabbatical, and so for his sabbatical, he's going to go on this like road trip on a Harley, like a motorcycle, and the opening scene is him riding it to work with no helmet, which is very out of character for an ER doctor, especially because in the following episode they get another motorcycle fatality, and they see that because he has like whatever special license, he's not legally required to wear his helmet. And one of them, because that's a thing in some states, and one of them says to Robbie, don't you have that same kind of license? And he says, yes, but I always wear my helmet anyway, even though we saw him not wearing his helmet like an hour ago.
What's the point of this license?
It's like it means you took an additional training course or whatever.
What? Well, why?
I don't know. I know it's a real thing, but it is
not wearing a helmet.
Basically, it's fucking stupid. But not only does he like is there the whole thing, I always wear my helmet even though he didn't, but he's also very clearly like making arrangements, and a lot of that is because he's going on sabbatical, but no, he's very clearly making arrangements in a more permanent way. Like he keeps kind of talking about like, I need to make sure this place will be okay when I'm gone, and it's like, if you knew you were coming back in 3 months, you wouldn't be as worried about making sure everything's okay when you're gone.
So it's like fucking he's gonna end up Jax Tellering.
Well, I doubt he's gonna succeed. I'm sure they're gonna talk him out of doing it, but
did you ever watch Sons of Anarchy?
No, but I know what you're referring to at the end.
I got such mixed feelings about that show.
Yeah, I never watched it. Oh, yeah, Robbie also, this season, has been way more willing to, like, start shit with people.
I have no idea what you're talking about, mind you.
No, I'm just saying, because, like, he's a doctor. He has, like, a level of decorum he usually operates
I don't know. I've never seen the show, Larry.
No, but you've met doctors before. You know how doctors generally act.
There is no general decorum for doctors.
Well, he's the attending physician. He has to fucking keep his cool, is my point. But he's, like, starting shit with that lady's boss, explicitly telling one of his doctors he doesn't trust him in the ER anymore. Like he's doing the kind of shit you'd do if you were no longer afraid of the consequences. Anyway, it's a good fucking show. You should watch it.
No!
I know you don't like fucking hospitals. I don't
I'm
either.
watching a hospital show in my off time.
You want to go back to talking about Ethan Crumbley's fucking parents for a less depressing subject?
Yeah, dude. Like, let's talk about his shitbag parents. Like,
the whole reason I opened this up was because I was trying to find the details of what happened. Because okay. So the shooter, by the way, fucking surreal that it's possible for there to be teenagers born in 2006. That's nothing too significant. That's just me personally kind of horrified by that.
I mean, you got 2000s babies who are drinking.
Oh my, yeah, I know. Like the fact that there are like porn stars who are younger than like children of men fucking horrifies me.
How is the goon material with you?
Well, that's the most adult thing I could think of to do is being porn.
Still a sexual thing for sure. I mean, I think the most adult thing is doing your taxes.
Well, true. But then again, teenagers do their taxes if they make enough money, so.
Yeah, and teenagers fight in wars if it's a shitty enough country. Doesn't make it not an adult thing to do.
No, but that's what I'm saying is like teenagers fuck relatively unrestricted, but like
Yeah,
they don't do
compared to
porn
fiction.
unrestricted.
Yeah, like I don't know. I
Thank you, One-Eyed Punk. I did definitely need the reminder that I'm growing old. Thank you for that.
dude, you're the Unk. Just relax. You're old as fuck.
Yeah, I know it bothers me. I want them to not fucking exist, frankly. I want them to be so young that they're not relevant as a demographic.
See, Larry can only think about them from when they were on the 18 category on Pornhub.
No, I can only think about them from when they were on the 5 and under category at fucking McDonald's, okay? I liked it better when the babies born in 2006 were like 5 and 6-year-olds. That made sense.
Have a 5 and under menu?
Whatever fucking store. You know what I meant. Like, the world made sense when the kids born in 2006 were little kids.
Why?
Because that was when I was young.
You were still young. You're just not a child.
That's good, at least.
You have youth on your side. What would Mike Guy say?
Mike Guy?
Mike Guy?
Who's that?
Bro, he opened up the 8 gates of pain. He matched Madara Uchiha in Taijutsu. He was leader among the 5th Ninja War. Mike Guy. Mike Guy.
Oh, so listen to this. So lovely fucking family here we got. Crumbly was born, it doesn't matter, to Jennifer and James, both of whom had prior minor criminal records for DUI and check fraud. Lovely fucking people, man.
Okay, can I throw out here that that's a weird example of privilege that you would classify DUI and check fraud under minor criminal records?
Well, I didn't classify that. That's how Wikipedia wrote it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Because, like, I couldn't call Kanye a Nazi, and they always overcorrect all my shit. But they're comfortable saying that's a minor criminal record. And it's like, that's just really irresponsible.
Yeah, DUI is a rather big deal unless you are extraordinarily lucky. And even if you are, it's still a potentially major deal.
That's what I'm saying.
Former neighbor told the Detroit Free Press that after they moved to Michigan, they often left their son home alone and without a phone. Frankly, being home alone without a phone is arguably safer, as we fucking realized.
Safer from the internet, but not.
Yeah, that's what I mean. According to prosecutors, his only friend moved away at the end of October 21, and the family dog died, plunging him into depression. You know what? I'm with him on that one. I'm with him on that.
He's just sitting there playing Eminem. Oh, yesterday my dog died. Fucking pissed off as shit.
Get good. I'm loving my late 20s despite being a minority experiencing the beginnings of a genocide. XD. Well, I'm happy for you because I'm fucking hating them.
Dog, hear me out. Being a minority experiencing the beginnings of a genocide just means that you have the opportunity to begin your revolutionary journey.
That is true. Though in One-Eyed Punk's case, that began at age like 9, so... As early as March 21, he started sending his mother disturbing texts about his state of mind, which included claims about demons and ghosts inside the home. He also reportedly videotaped himself torturing animals, making Molotov cocktails, and sketching himself committing a school shooting, something he also joked about with a friend via text message.
See, this is the reason those books get banned. It's because motherfuckers associate those 3 things together. One of these things is not like the other. What the fuck?
At one point, Crumbly allegedly kept a baby bird's head in a jar, which he later placed in a school bathroom. His parents allegedly never sought therapy for him following any of those incidents or behaviors. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, honestly, like, I hate to fucking blame the people who didn't commit the shooting, but yeah, generally the parents are complicit in a school shooting. At the very fucking least, they were negligent in their responsibilities as parents.
I don't know. It depends.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's exceptions where like the kid truly did fucking hide it.
I feel like school shootings are a thing that should be examined on a case-by-case basis. Like, I don't even want to make a rule for school shootings. Like, I don't want to grind down the edges of each event because I feel like they're just so particular and based off of like the factors that created at the time.
I'm told by every news outlet that I'm disrespecting the minority group I belong to for not supporting a genocide. Yeah, again, as I said the other day, regular ass non-Zionist Jews are going to have to deal with like 3 additional centuries of anti-Semitism thanks to Israel's fucking bad behavior.
But okay, but like I said to you, dude, it's anti-Semitism has been prevalent for so long.
I know.
Don't take any excuse. So like, you might as well hate the fascists and deal with the anti-Semitism.
Oh, I do. I'm just saying. I feel bad for them.
Fascists deal with the anti-Semitism and deal with the righteous hate for the fascists that you didn't take care
of. 9mm 6 hour.
I'll hate fascists no matter what fucking label they use, dude.
Okay, so they recovered his gun and I guess 3 magazines total, 2 of which were on him and a 30 like dropped or whatever.
Dog, I hate to say this, I'm really curious what the Black Friday deal was on the gun.
He just saw an opportunity to save money and he took it.
Yeah, no. Like, I'm personally curious what the deal was that he got.
It's entirely possible none at all. So.
Yeah, but that would be also disappointing. But interesting as well. Either way, I just want to know. I just want to know regardless.
So he was with his father when he purchased the gun, posted about it on social media. His mother referred to the gun as his new Christmas present in a social media post.
Fair.
Based on recovered shell casings found in the school, authorities believe at least 30 shots were fired. It is unclear how Ethan gained possession of the gun or how he brought it into the school building. He put it in his fucking backpack?
Did they have metal detectors?
Presumably that's what they mean, is like how he got it through without being noticed. In Michigan, minors cannot legally possess guns other than within limited circumstances, such as when hunting with an adult. That's probably for the best. Police said there were no indication that Crumbley had faced any disciplinary issues prior to the shooting. I call bull fucking shit on that one.
I think they mean from his parents, right?
I mean, that one I believe, but this seems to imply they meant, like, at school. Still, he was reported to have met with school officials the day prior to the shooting and once again early on the day of the shooting to discuss his behavior. Yeah, so the school was being responsible and noticing, hey, this kid is a fucking lunatic. Please do something about him, please.
Yeah, his parents were just like, yeah, fuck it. No, fuck it. Like, we are not doing it.
That's so, like, obviously not every shooting. Sometimes the kid is like a criminal mastermind who hides all the plans and shit. But most of the fucking time, the school shooter was on everyone's radar for like 5+ years, and the parents just did fuck all about it.
I mean, let's just look at this organically here. Children are not gonna want to lash out that violently unless they have completely lost hope that there's another option. And if they're at that point of mental exasperation, they probably have been neglected by everyone around them. And no one really owes each other shit except the parents.
So the first meeting occurred after a teacher spotted him using his phone to search for ammunition and reported him.
Bro.
And then his mother's response was, "Lol, I'm not mad at you. You have to learn not to get caught." Jesus fucking Christ. That one guy who everyone could see doing it did it. Yeah, I know. Shocking, right?
This just in, folks. Thing that we can all see how it's like. Okay, I feel like this is happening on a macro scale, but like it's very much like I am on camera right now. There's a guy in the background actively carrying gallons of gasoline over there.
Yeah.
Holy, I don't. And like, he won't talk to me. He won't talk to me at all. And then sometimes he says things like, yeah, everything's fine. Nothing to worry about here.
This is a different shooting, of course, but Nicholas Cruz, the Parkland shooter, he, his nickname at school was School Shooter because everyone knew he was of that type. He went around school, tossing up Hitler salutes and dropping N-bombs on his black classmates. Wow, we're really shocked that guy turned out to be the psychopath.
See, this is why maybe I am really curious about something, and I'm not putting any definitive stance out there yet, but I am curious if there's a correlation between the rise of anti-bullying programs and school shooters.
Elaborate.
Are bullies the natural social barrier that teach these people humility?
Frankly, bullies sometimes bullies cause them to become like this. So,
I mean, it seems to be like a modern phenomena to a degree, but the guns have existed longer, and bullies have definitely existed longer. So I'm not sure about that.
Someone I watched once theorized that the reason serial killers have dropped and mass shooters have arisen is just because essentially serial killers got too impatient.
So, but that, but see, no, because that's the thing that I've from a lot of the stuff that I've read or looked into. There's a difference between spree killers and serial killers, where obviously there's the impulse control thing, but there's also just the satisfaction of what they're looking for, where you got these serial killers who are out here taunting the police or trying to go back to the scene of the crime or mail in body part. It's like a sick fucking extra pleasure. And these spree killers are just having that one moment at the end of Scarface.
Dude, yeah, I mean, you might be right. Listen to this. So he drew on a math worksheet, he drew this whole thing described. Oh, hang on. Maybe life these days is so not worth living, even killers don't want to go on anymore. True. So he drew a handgun pointing at the words, "The thoughts won't stop, help me." Drew a bullet with the words, "blood everywhere" above it.
Having early onset schizophrenia.
Yeah. My life is useless. The world is dead. So the teacher takes a picture of this drawing, reports it. He gets taken to the guidance counselor's office. They call his parents, who then, I guess, come in. They show him the drawing, which he scribbled over to try to hide it, and instructed them to seek counseling for their son within 48 hours or they'd call CPS. Reasonable thing to do. Crumpley's parents, despite being told he was displaying suicidal ideation, resisted the idea of taking him home, did not inform school officials they'd purchased a gun for him 4 days earlier, left the school, made no effort to ascertain the gun's location when they got home. The school just returned him to class because he'd never displayed any disciplinary issues before. And his mom texted him, "How are you doing?" 12 minutes before the shooting. Prosecutors alleged that 7 minutes after the first news reports came out, she texted her son, "Ethan, don't do it." Jesus Christ! These people are fucking stupid! How did you not anticipate this?
This doesn't... I don't even think stupid is the word here. This is shady.
Yeah, it's negligent.
No, it's more... It's shady, though. Hold on. Why is the dad checking the gun just coincidentally right after the shooting starts?
Well, that actually makes sense because they had just 2 hours earlier been told, "Hey, your son drew a handgun and is acting really fucking shady." and then he heard there was shooting at his son's school and was like, I'd better check and make sure that's not my gun. And it was.
Did they like say when the school shooting's happening that like there's a shooting at the school? Like I'd imagine you don't say shit, right?
Well, so he started shooting at 12:15, and I guess the first news report active shooting was at, I guess, or 12:50 and then 1:15. So that's like 25 minutes. That makes sense that the news would get out an active shooter story that quick.
I mean,
yeah, Watchmen type shit, telling him not to do it. He did it 15 minutes ago.
Do you think I'm a comic book villain? Fucking like I don't know. It's just exactly 15 fucking minutes between the news coming out and the dad calling and saying, "Oh, my handgun's gone." That's funky.
Well, keep in mind, these people are so dumb that it might have taken him the full 15 minutes for the hamster wheel in his head to spin around till he went, "Oh no!"
You underestimate these people at our demise, my friend.
Like, I agree, but like they don't have a picture. I've seen what his fucking parents look like. I can't imagine they're working with full decks.
I can't imagine they're working with full decks either, but I don't imagine they're very moral people.
Oh well, yeah, clearly not. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if they're fucking in on it.
Many students were traumatized and distressed by the shooting. You don't fucking say.
No fucking shit.
Did I tell you about the fucking false alarm one of these that happened at my high school?
They didn't do that when I went to school.
It's a society like this that would produce Nick Shirley. True. So I actually have to end the stream relatively soon because people are going to bed. But before I end, I'll tell the story. So sometime after I left my high school, or I graduated my high school, I should say. I didn't like fucking flee as much as I wanted to.
Run!
So at some point, they installed a new alarm system that would go off if it detected sound above a certain decibel.
Sure.
And they were doing, I think this literally happened on Valentine's Day or like the day after. They were doing maintenance on it in the middle of the school day and accidentally set it off. And it took them 20 fucking minutes to put out the automated, like, all clear email false alarm to every student and teacher and parent account. So for like 20 minutes, all these children thought they were going to die.
And I had a couple bomb threats called in on my schools in my day.
Oh, yeah, this was, like, worse, though, because the alarm went off with no planned drill. So, like, kids were texting goodbyes to their families. There's a little gas station on the corner that a lot of the kids frequent, and one of the, like, the local news piece about it, one of the customers said he just suddenly turns around and sees 200 screaming teenagers sprinting down the sidewalk because the ones near the door just ran, as you do.
I think it's weird that there's an alarm for it, honestly.
Well, clearly in hindsight, it was a bad idea to put an alarm, a decibel alarm in, because these fucking mongoloids maintaining it can't handle it.
Well, no, I mean, it's not even that deep. It's like a basic OPSEC thing. Let's think about this. There was the actual shooting with, like, where I forgot how old they were, but the two kids who were taking out the other students.
Columbine.
No, not Columbine. Because Columbine was in the school. These motherfuckers were on the tree line. They pulled the fire alarm. Or, like, one dude pulled the fire alarm while the other's on the fucking tree line. Everyone goes this way.
Oh, yeah, by the way, that's a thing now. When the fire alarm goes off, kids are reluctant to fucking do what they're supposed to because they know that
alarms for anything other than fires, though.
Yeah. But
if fire alarms are already a thing, you just said you had 200 kids going in one direction because of this alarm. Who the fuck came up with this idea?
I know.
Stupid.
Yeah, well, even just regular old fire alarms. Like, a lot of students now are reluctant to flee in the event of a fire alarm because they know that shooters use it as a fucking bottlenecking tactic.
Bro, there's a fire alarm. I'm just like constantly waiting for one boom and then I'm gone. I'm gone.
Yeah. Think about all the money being invested into security for school shootings rather than infrastructure to prevent them from happening. Yeah, but we can't be proactive. This is America.
Think about it though. If we invest enough money into this security, then eventually our children's children will be able to live in a world where they too can have an AR-15 to defend themselves in school.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Some of the students from this high school later went to Michigan State University, which had a shooting of its own, like a couple years later.
Yeah, no, I'm dropping on education at that point.
Yeah, there are like several kids who have now lived through 2 school shootings.
I mean, God is mad at us, bro, if you're into that sort of thing.
School shootings truly are the only evidence there is for the existence of an education system in America.
There's education. There's evidence of an education system.
Turning schools into airports, America. Okay, just got to check inside your asshole, sir.
Turn it. Oh yeah, bro. I hate TSA so much, but I think I hate the modern education system in America more.
Yeah, true.
Just because we are not doing anything positive for these kids, and they aren't even able to socialize correctly now, and we're policing their activities so much, and we're policing their thoughts so much, and they don't have decent actual third spaces to go to, and they're spending too much time online because of this, and we're all fucked. And it's not their fault. It's not like the new kids are fucked, but we have set up a very bad ecosystem for them to exist in, and we are going to face some results of this.
Yeah, it really is great, isn't it? Lovely fucking society we built for ourselves.
Man, how long do you think before other countries start experiencing a birth problem like Japan? Have you heard?
We're already on our way there. Like, we're already on our way to it happening.
I mean, I think we have enough fucking, like, people, though, that we're, like, spread out well enough, right? Like...
You'd hope so.
I mean, they're like a whole-ass island. It's... You can only get so many people when you're on a whole-ass island.
Anyway, I feel like it's pit time, and I'm kind of sad from talking about school shootings. So...
You're sad from talking about school shootings, so go and watch the show about people in a fucking ER.
Hey, that's not always sad. It's just sometimes sad. And liberals still wonder why all the young people are either Nazis or communists. True.
Hey, don't forget the small, happy minority of anarchists who have turned to nihilism.
True. Anyway, good night, everyone. We will be back on Tuesday when we should, barring any rescheduling, be doing our interview with Based If True.
He's probably flake, let's be real.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and assume that he's not. So he'll be streaming that on his channel. We'll be streaming that on ours. Hopefully it doesn't turn into blood sports. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll find out. Nick's going to do plenty of Oppo research, I'm sure.
Are you not entertained?
Anyway, in the meantime, wipe your butts and fill your CPAPs with distilled water and fucking, I don't know, install a bidet if you're sick of wiping your butt. I need to install a bidet. I'm sick of wiping my butt.
You need to do it.
Good night, everyone.
Eat some pulled pork. Bye.